Hello, Collab Design for Literacy Beauties. It's Marcos, and this is our week 13 going to week 14 recap briefing video. And we've got our last and third project going now. And let's get to this so that you can have as much time as you need to work on this and be ready for our next phase. So, yesterday we had our audiovisual storybook presentation, part one of everyone's concept and direction of where they want to go with their storybooks, and had a lot of great plans. And you're all off to a good start. And our next step is to do our part two design development phase, and that's going to mean creating a or finishing the creation of your illustrations and developing your design to the point where you will be ready to begin the development process, the programming process, the motion graphics process once this next week is up. So it's kind of finalizing your illustrations, getting your script down, and then for week three, the third part, you'll be showing your completed in motion with sound MP4s of your audiovisual book. And then a week after that, there's kind of a little bit of a cushion because then the real final review is for all your projects is week 16, where we'll be having our final reviews at my office, and that will be a great time for all. So after our last session, you're just going to consider the feedback you got. Mostly it was just thumbs up, keep going, deal with your text if you have to still, get that finalized so it's ready to be narrated. Think about who your narrator is going to be and how you're going to do that, whether you're going to use AI or whether you're going to use a friend or whether you're going to do it yourself. And then if you need to update your storyboard, get that just so you have everything nice and tight, and further explore any design illustration needs, and refine your layouts for how it's going to fit in the format and how you're going to go from a horizontal to a vertical, and then create an updated presentation, or yeah, loosely, because we're going to be meeting next week as we're going to be doing one-on-one meetings on Zoom during class time. You can work from your own spaces and get work done and have a session with me scheduled within the time of the class, so that we maximize your time to work. So this is an example of what you should be doing for next week, going from the first three slides of what you did last week, and then creating the final version where you have all your different slides or brackets that then have the text associated with them, so that you've got the entire plan ready to go, and just the motion and the narration need to come together as a final piece. So basically, you're doing something along the lines of getting these components completed, and depending on how you're working yourself. Another thing to keep in mind is only for the first slide, like here you can see the first slide, this will come up and come down. So if you can kind of avoid having something at the bottom, and this came up with Mark, and he had the perfect example as he had his frog in the hole all the way down at the bottom, and that would be exactly the wrong place for it to be in the beginning. So adjust it as needed, and then have everything ready to present to me in our session so that you can then begin to program. If you've got time to start, as some of you already did in the first session, start experimenting with how you're going to do the motion graphics, and start making some experiments that you can show and get a sense of how you're going to do it, so we can talk about that. Again, there's a Figma template if you need it, but most people didn't seem to need it. But there's a Figma template that you can download from the link on the Canvas, as well as a tutorial that's both a video and a PDF tutorial. You can find those in the class resource folder in our overall folder, and in there's audiovisual book past projects that have the projects that you can look at for inspiration for you for, and then there's a audiovisual storybook part two for where you're going to put your final, or you're going to put your assignment for the week. And a few of you, just a little couple of you, still need to get your storybook final files, and that time is about to run out. So contact me directly. I think I've got scheduled appointments for those of you who need. So we're in good shape, but let's be careful. We might run out of time. Okay, everyone, that's it for this one. Just make sure you get enough work done on your audiovisual book that you will be able to complete it in a week after the next class. If you have any questions and need any feedback or help, reach out to me, and I will see you guys on Zoom. Look out for a schedule on Wednesday evening or Thursday morning. See you guys later.